Jackson Public Schools Board, Subba Reddy. Hi, Subba.
Hi, Bert.
Good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And this is, I think, your first time you've run for public office?
That's correct. It is my first time.
So, as Tim Golding was here a few minutes ago, and he was talking about all the interest in the school boards. People are coming to the meetings.
Yep.
They're running for office. They're wanting to be involved. Why do you want to run for JPS board?
There are multiple reasons. I've been going to meetings recently because two of my kids both go to JPS. One is 8-year-old. He's a third grade at Sharp Park Academy. The other one goes to JPS Montessori. They do have Felician Children's Center there as part of JPS Montessori. He goes there. He's 3.5. And I know we're going to be here on a long haul. I know my kids will be going to Jackson High. I want to make sure the schools are just like the way they were when I went to high school. Mm-hmm. When I first came to the United States in 1996, I didn't know how to speak English. But Jackson High, there are multiple people, multiple teachers who spend a lot of time after school, to help us, not just the teachers, the staff, other kids within the school. It was a great experience, for me, Bart. So I have same expectation, for my kids when they go to school. So in order to do that, we got to make sure, the schools are equipped, and especially we're in 2022, so I want to make sure things are still in place the way they were. That's the main reason why I'm running, and plus I've been with the kids. I worked at school 3 years between my transition between my Accenture and consumers. Where I work now. 3 years I dedicated some time at the school, being with the kids, listening to the kids, their issues, trying to help them. So everything, made me, let's do this, let's be part of this.
So you started school in Jackson when you moved here?
Correct.
And you couldn't speak any English?
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
So were you able to learn English through going to Jackson Public Schools?
Correct. I want to just a quick run back on that. I moved here with my uncle, who is a physician in town, Dr. Reddy. He lived in Brooklyn, Michigan. So the first time me and my brother moved together, we went to Columbia Central. So I survived about 2 hours there. Two reasons why. I was the only colored kid there. I was a little nervous. I'm new to this country and I didn't know how to speak English. So I called my aunt. I went to office and I said, can I talk to my aunt? And my aunt came and picked me up. And my uncle and aunt were trying, okay, what can we do with these two kids? Where can we send them since, they're not comfortable there. And there was Mr. Dresselhaus, who was the principal back then in 1996. He lives right across our house in Brooklyn. So he goes by walk and he says, Dr. Reddy, I see you got 2 kids. Yep. So we talked to him and we put my uncle's office address at Allegiance as home address. Back then they didn't have school of choice. That's how I ended up at Jackson High. And trust me, since the day I stepped in at Jackson High till today, I got so much respect on that school. We didn't know how to eat with a fork at that time. There was this teacher, English teacher, Mrs. Deeg, used to spend a lot of time with me and my brother, both after school, trying to teach us how to write, how to speak, even how to eat with a fork.
Wow.
It's an amazing experience. We were blessed, so with all that respect, and I'm hoping my kids will get same kind of, education, same kind of, respect that we did at that time, and that's the main reason I'm sending my kids to JPS.
Wow, I did not know that, and I've known Subba for quite some time. Subba coaches tennis.
Yep.
For Jackson. Now you're the longtime high school tennis coach.
Yep, and I'll tell you that story too. While I was working, I mean, I got recruited by Accenture as a consulting, at that time, one of the world's largest consulting companies. Through MSU, I graduated in 2004, and on campus, they recruited me, and I worked there for roughly about 6.5 years, and then I got into a major car accident. I hit a garbage truck, because I was traveling. I was consultant, right? So Monday morning I fly to Detroit airport, and Thursday evening I fly back. So I did this for 6.5 years, and I met a car accident, and I was pretty damaged. Cracked my ribs, sternum, collarbone, wrist, a lot of surgeries. And I was on bed for almost close to 6 months. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? So I decided, okay, let's switch, and I started helping Tony Krupa. Back then he was the head coach for boys. And then I loved it. Tennis is my passion. I was a captain when I was in high school for tennis. We qualified for states. So I got hooked up, and the kids were like, Subba, why don't you work at Jackson High? I keep telling kids, I don't know what I'm going to be doing at Jackson High. I don't even have any idea that they have any position for me. But I went on, talked to Mrs. Polly, who is like my godmother in town. She said, we can take your help, so they created a job, basically student liaison, trying to help kids, with a lot of things, a lot of needs, help the faculty. So I ended up working there for 3 years. And then I got married. I started my head coach in 2011 for both boys and girls. Mm-hmm. Since then, I've been the head coach. I ran the middle school tennis program for a few years. Then we had a break due to COVID, and now we started again. So there's a lot of me, Subba, with the kids and the system. So that's other reason why I want to run for board, because I want to, again, I can contribute since I'm from a different background, and we can definitely, I can bring in something to the table that other folks can't.
I saw you at the dedication, the ribbon cutting for the pool and the athletic center. Everyone, people had tears in their eyes.
Yep.
At the marvel that these two facilities are. As you were there, you saw what we have. What do you want JPS to be? What are some of the things, issue-wise, that you hope to address if you win?
Yep, issue-wise, you're right. I mean, I've been there. I've seen a lot of folks there who I knew for a long time. Jackson High and the city of Jackson, I want to say that too. It came a long way. That's part of the reason why I've been supporting my fellow, candidate, Derek Dobies too, because this is a great deal for Jackson, where it was and where it is right now. Same thing with Jackson High School. Look at those facilities. I travel a lot of high schools within the state, outside the state. This is spectacular what they have, swimming pool and the indoor facility. We can do a lot with it. And kids need it more than anybody else. Kids need to be involved in athletics along with education, and so this will bring a lot of great things for the kids, and again, if I do get elected, these are the things I want to focus. Number one focus, I would like to work on unification of the board. Unless we are all on the same page, we cannot tackle issues. Mm-hmm. So I want to bring everybody we're all on one team. And there are only two things should be in our mind. One, education. Two, students. Nothing else should be in our mind as board members. We need to focus. We need to listen to the students. We need to work towards their needs. So that's my number one. Second, I want to, which I've been doing that, I want to be an advocate, for Jackson Public Schools. I've been not only sending my schools there, I want to promote, the school where I got, great education, and look at where I am right now. Not just me, for example, my tennis team, the entire team is everybody in great position, and who all graduated from Jackson High. So I want to promote, and I've been doing that all my life, you know, since I graduated in 1998 till now, you know, and I've been involved, heavily involved within the community, coaching tennis and being part of the community, you know. So I wanna unify the board. I wanna, you know, promote Jackson Public School. Because my kids will be going there. I mean, they are going there right now, and they will be graduating from those schools, you know. And I would like to learn myself, as you mentioned at the beginning. This is something new for me, you know, running for you know, for any election. So I would like to educate myself, and I would like to contribute wherever I can with all the experience I got as a consultant.
All right. Well, it's next Tuesday, a week from today, Election Day. Thanks for coming in.
Yep. Thank you.
And yeah, just hang on a second.
Yep.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Candidate for Jackson Public School Board, Subba Reddy.